Good morning, Sarah here. How are you all doing? Cold and damp morning. I had a lovely week with my children down in sunny Essex. Well, it wasn't so sunny, but it was nice. Bit of a change of scenery. Haven't seen them for ages, so that was good. Now I'm back in Wales and just been contemplating all this stuff that's been in the news recently, the e-files, and how that really affects us. Okay, so it's pretty dire information, but what do we do with that? None of those people named are ever going to come to justice, face justice for the victims. So how as a collective do we deal with that information then? Well, my thoughts are that it's probably just the tip of the iceberg. Well, it's definitely just the tip of the iceberg. You can hear the river, stream, I should say, Loveland stream. Love coming down here. Yeah, so it's just the tip of the iceberg, really, that they've only given us what they want us to know, that there are probably a few scapegoats in all of this. Yeah, and they'll never come to justice because of the way the system works, that it's way deeper a problem than most of us can even fathom. And it's got to do with child trafficking, the PDF files, as Sean Atwood says. Yeah, it's got to do with a huge and very, very lucrative business in human consumption, if you like. And I believe that, this will help many people kind of wake up to what's been going on for millennia, really. It's not just, in the last 200 years, it's been going on since humans began, really, that certain people in the society realize that there need to be, how can I use the word, sacrifices, if you like, to beings that live on loosh, which is negative energy. And so in creating loosh for them to feed on, so these small number of people are able to have the power and the wealth that they require. Why? Not quite sure. But anyway, they do. They feel as if they can lord it over the rest of us, just for their own ends. And honestly, I can't get my head around it, really, because they're not immortal. They're not going to live forever. So, why do all of this in your lifetime? To create bad karma for future lifetimes. So anyway, yeah. So I'm thinking, so these e-files that have come out are only the tip of the iceberg, and what can we do about it, really? And I guess knowledge is everything. That once people are awake to this and have gone down the rabbit hole, then they'll never unsee the horrors that these perpetrators are inflicting on small children and women generally. And what can we do? Well, we can hold the light. If our vibration is high, and that is everything, then these otherworldly entities have nothing to feed on. So those of us who are aware of what's going on can hold the light. And I do believe that we have been positioned strategically around the globe to do just that, to be that pinpoint, to be that stake in the ground for the light to enter Gaia through us and to heal. And the more she's healed, the more we can heal. Because for a long time I really couldn't work out why I'd been called back to this part of Wales, so where I was born and brought up, and you know, for all of my teenage and early 20s I was trying to escape it because I thought it was boring and, you know, nothing going on here. And now I'm brought back, and I'll show you a clip in a minute of the hill outside my cottage, and I can, which kind of looks like a barrow. You know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's a dragon sleeping, but it's an unnatural shape, and it looks man-made. Whether it is or not is another kettle of fish. But I kind of get that feeling. And then further away from me, about a mile and a half away, is the ruins of a fortress. It's called Castle Dial, which means castle of wood. So it was really a stronghold, an enclosure, a place where people gathered, a village, if you like, probably in the Iron Age. And it sits on the hill over the town. And that has been calling to me a lot. I feel as if, you know, there's something that needs healing up there. And I've done quite a lot of groundwork, and I've done a lot of ritual up there, and drumming, and just feeling my way into that space, and through various shamanic journeying episodes, I've realized there's a lot of trapped dark energy there, and there's a bypass that runs right along the bottom of it and cuts through. I mean, you can see it's like a huge scar, and I believe that when they built that bypass, it released quite a lot of this dark energy that was being held in the land, and consequently, over, you know, the last 10 years or so, the town itself has become a really sorry. Oh, I've got a tractor coming up. Just a second. This hill that you can see in the distance with pine trees on, just catching the edge of it there in the mist, is very much relevant to some dragon lines that run through the nearby town. And it's definitely a reason I believe that I've been drawn back to this area. It's an Iron Age fort that's called Castle Dial, and yeah, I suspect it's the scene of many battles, and the new bypass runs right underneath. So yeah, so there's a tractor just gone past Dilwyn in his tractor. So yeah, the town has really gone downhill. It was filled full of undesirables, if you like, from other parts of the, you know, from the Midlands. It's now become kind of a holding place for illegal migrants, I think, and the whole energy of the place has changed. You know, when I was younger, it was a really lovely little market town. The nearby farmers would come down once a week to market on a Tuesday. There'd be lots of stalls of really interesting homemade stuff, cakes and jams and boxes of chicks and all that kind of stuff. And it was a really wholesome place to live. And now it just feels so off. I mean, it might be something to do with the 5G that's been erected down there as well. But I can't help thinking that this cutting through the landscape, cutting through this place where there were probably battles in the past, because of the way this castle is strategically placed, overlooking the valley, and we know that Romans came through here, and they're probably marauding Vikings, I don't know, other tribes anyway. That all that dark energy was being held in the ground, and now it's been released, and it's really affecting the surrounding area. So I feel that my job, if you like, is to put in a stake into this ground and to do what I can. And whether it's a ritual or a ceremony, or I can gather other people who are interested to come and drum, but even on my own, by just recognizing and acknowledging the darkness that might have gone on there, it can be released. I had quite an interesting situation one time. I was up there drumming, and I was asking for any lost souls to be released and to go where they need to go along those lines, and suddenly from underneath me, underneath the hill, this huge wave of crows flew over me. I mean, there were hundreds. I've never seen so many crows together. I mean, I know they do gather from time to time, but this was really unusual. And it was just at the time that I was doing this ritual. So for me, that was a real confirmation that a lot of dark energy had been released, and it was now flying off to wherever it needs to go to be healed, which was, really, really amazing. So going back to the E-files, I feel that, the more people that wake up to this darkness, the more we are prepared to hold the light. And even if it means you just going out into your garden, or just going out for a dog walk, or just going somewhere out in nature, to just hold space for that spot, for yourself to be able to bring in whatever light codes need to come in through you, so that you can be used as a conduit through to Gaia, to Mother Earth, to Grandmother Earth. And it all helps. Every little bit helps. If everybody did this, we would be in a completely different place right now. So, those are my thoughts for this Saturday morning. I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will speak to you very soon.